Good day everybody, welcome to today's video. Today's video, I'm going to do an F150 rear differential service. I last changed oil when I first bought this truck, and I have been experiencing some loud growling noises from the back, so I suspect possibly I could have some bearing issues. We're going to drop the diff oil and we're going to see how many metal filings there are, whether or not your diff is fine or not. I've always noticed every time I change differential oil in any vehicle, I've always had metal filings. But as long as it's not a river of metallic, we might be still okay. So let's get started. There's the differential cover all in its glory. And before you even think about taking it off, you gotta make sure your fill hole is gonna come out. Otherwise, you're gonna be hating life. Not gonna remove it, just making sure I can get it out. Now the way I like to do this, I like to pull all the bolts out except for one at the top. That way when I split the case, it's gonna be centered coming down. Now if you got a scraper and a hammer, that works good. I'm going to use a little pry bar. It's already split a little bit right there, so that's where I'm going to start. That's not too bad actually. No chips out of the teeth, anything like that. Well, differential looks, well, dark of course. Oops. No, it's actually pretty good. I was expecting a shit ton of metallic filings. Alright, we're gonna start getting this cleaned up. Ready for sealing. Kind of tweaked a little bit, so going to that looks pretty good now. this point we're going to put the differential cover back on. And you want to make sure there's no oily surfaces, because if there is, you're not going to get a seal and it's going to leak. Tip broke off this thing, so it's going to get sloppy. Right now I'm just torquing it down to 32 foot-pounds in a crisscross pattern, and that should seal her up nice and good. Differential cover's put on. I like to let it set up for a few minutes before I start putting oil in it. Gonna use some AMSOIL 75-140 and a pump to pump it in. And this job will be done for the life of the truck. Someone's gonna ask, that's the pump setup designed for these AMSOIL bottles. Makes it way easier filling the differential. So right now I'm just pumping it up, and once I got enough oil in it that starts coming out of the hole, that tells me that I'm full, then I can put the plug back in. Alright, now comes the good, the bad, and the dirty. If you have a limited slip differential, most times you're going to have to add a friction modifier to it, because even though the oils do have it in it, it may not be enough. So if you start experiencing some chatter, it's time to shut her down, get some modifier, throw it in your differential. That should cure the problem. Anyways, that was pretty quick and dirty. I'm going to tell you once again, differential fluid freaking stinks. So if you have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I want to thank you guys for watching.